It's 2023. What's going to happen in the Rapid City real estate market? Hey everybody, it's Tristan Emond with Mindful Living Realty, a realtor right here in Rapid City, South Dakota, the gateway to the Black Hills. Now, I've done enough of these market video reports to make it feel like I'm kind of saying the same things over and over again. But at the moment, that's just the way things are. Mostly what we are seeing right now is things getting back to normal, the way things were before 2020, 2021, and the spring of 2022. It's January. Things are a little bit slower right now. There are fewer homes in the market. I've got some buyers looking for some properties, and they're kind of like, there's not much we want to buy right now. So inventory is still relatively low. In fact, the number of homes on the market in the Black Hills MLS has remained relatively the same in the past few months, right around that 300 to 400 number. Yes, there were fewer sold in December than there were in November. But typically right now we have the let's wait till spring to list our property, and that's what's happening right now. We have a little more of a lull while we get into the spring market. This being said, just this weekend, I went to look at a property up in Piedmont. It was a small log cabin with garage and detached workshop on a couple acres up in Piedmont. So about, 15, 20 minutes from town. Kind of the perfect spot for people that want to be kind of in the hills, but close to Rapid City. By the time we went to look at it, there was already an offer on the property. So the right properties, right area, right price are getting those showings and are getting those deals relatively quickly still. Yes, we are seeing some price reductions. You can see here all the red marks showing that the prices were lower than the original list price. Of course, we're seeing greater price reduction in the higher end homes. So your $750,000 home might see a price reduction to $699,000, whereas a property in the $350,000 range might be get down to the $340,000 range. I've seen a lot of emails from other agents saying, hey, we'll offer settle concessions. Hey, we'll buy down your interest rate. A lot of things are in play right now, whereas a buyer has a lot more opportunity than they have in the previous years. But that doesn't mean that the market's gone to crap, which is what you might think if you listen to some of the national media reports. From the reports that I've seen, they aren't expecting the interest rates to really come down quite a bit more. We probably won't see them get under 5% anytime soon. Hopefully though, by the middle of the year in the third quarter, we might see them settle down at the mid fives. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But what do I know? But the average sale price from November to December still went up $1,000. Now these average sold prices do reflect the price that actually went under contract, which was 45, maybe 60 days earlier. So we'll see in the next couple months what happened in November and December if the prices actually started coming down. And then we'll be in the spring market again, where I'm anticipating things to get back to normal. People are getting kind of used to the way the interest rates are. They're going to figure out more programs to buy things down, to get lower interest rates. There's going to be more things in play to help buyers kind of combat these higher interest rates. So I'm expecting people to kind of be like, okay, well, I'm ready to move now, so let's do it in the spring. So as I mentioned, we should see more inventory come online in the spring, but I'm also anticipating the buyer pool to increase and the competition to be greater as well. But we can't chat about one thing that I haven't talked about very much, and that is new construction. Now, if you've watched my video in 2021 about new construction, I basically said to you, it's tough. You got to have time. The builder's going to do whatever they want, and you basically have no say in what happens. We are seeing that lighten up considerably. We just closed on a new construction property here in December. The contractor we were working with this project was the same one that we'd worked with back in October of 2021, which ended up being a nightmare. That first time, it seemed like we had no communication. They were extending time frames. It was pulling teeth just to get them to do some minor fix-ups, and some of the things that they said they were gonna do, they didn't even do at all. Fast forward to December of 2022, and a bunch of old requests, which I told my buyer, as like, yeah, they might do this, they might not do this. They were like, yep, no problem, we'll take care of that. Yep, no problem, take care of that. The buyer had some additional questions. The builder called them and took care of those. Plus, we've got more availability of inventory. It used to be that you got put on a list. You were number 7 on the list to be built. And that could be done whenever it got done. Now we're getting emails from the actual construction companies themselves saying, hey, here's what we have available, come to the open house, come see them, and hey, here's the incentives that we are offering to our buyers. Previously, the price was the price, and they wouldn't negotiate at all. Now they're starting to talk about incentives, trying to get you to purchase their properties that they're building. So new construction might be a great avenue to look at if you're looking for a property in Rapid City and haven't been able to find anything that really suits your needs. Now, because of the building costs and materials costs, new construction is not cheap. It's not gonna be the cheapest thing that you're gonna find in Rapid City. And on top of that, you're gonna have costs such as appliances, putting in new blinds, the yard work, any fencing, all that stuff is on top of the purchase of your property. But at least we're seeing more new construction properties opening up and become available for buyers in the Rapid City area. So what happened in 2022 as a whole? Now you would think that, June 2022 when the interest rate spiked, we started seeing a slowdown of things that, we'd start seeing a price reduction in 2022. Not so. The average sold price in 2021 was $323,000, where the average sold price in 2022, $366,000. Now part of this is probably because in the beginning of 22, sellers were still putting out any price they want and almost got it. Buyers were still offering over asking price offers in the beginning of the year. In 2021, we have about 2,200 homes sold and only 1,800 homes sold in 2022. So I said all that to say this. Buyers, if you're thinking about buying in Rapid City, prices probably aren't going to go drastically down. Hopefully we'll see the interest rates soften a little bit so you can get more purchasing power, but by that time the spring market might hit and prices might actually start going up again. Obviously we'll have to wait and see, but that's my prediction. Sellers, yes, we can still get your home sold, but we're gonna have to price it right. You're gonna have to get your home ready for sale. The nicest homes with the most updates are selling the fastest and for the most money. And you're gonna have to be patient. We might not sell your property in a weekend. It might take a few weeks, a few months. And the marketing of your home is now very important. Make sure you're working with an agent that markets appropriately and doesn't just stick a sign in the ground and wait for people to call. If you'd like to hear about our marketing plan, which of course includes a lot of custom video, but also a lot of custom targeted advertising, contact us, we'll get that right out to you. Remember that real estate is local, Rapid City's always been a little isolated from the rest of the country, and I'm here to help you for all your real estate needs. Thanks so much for watching, have an amazing day, and remember, love where you live.